Alright, for your practice quiz, I want to go through a couple of these guys together. Number 1B. This is an oblique prism. You use this for the height, not the 14. The 14 is called the slant height. You do not need that. We use the height that's by the 90. And of course your base would be that guy right there. So your big B would be 8 times 7, which is 56. So your volume would be 56 times your height. And you can do that on your own. Anything else? Looks like D might have a distractor right there. And F is tricky. Let me see. Do you actually see? Hold on, I gotta take a look at your quiz. Oh my. Okay, you will see that on your quiz. This is going to be a bonus question on your quiz. Heads up. And if you are a bonuser, someone who wants to get that bonus question, I will show you how. First of all, I think something's missing actually, because that should really be a square pyramid. It doesn't tell you that. So this is a 12 also. So the area of the base, remember volume equals base times height. This is your big B. So your big B equals 12 times 12. 144. Now the tricky part about this guy is, okay, well, is my height 10? Do I do big B times 10 and then divide by 3 because it's a pyramid? No, because that's the slant height. That's like if you were sliding down the pyramid. You actually want this guy right here. And you might say, Mr. Magnuson, how do I find that? Well, you turn this into a triangle. I'm going to pull it out. And if I do that, I kind of have a slice of the pyramid. My slant height is 10. Do I know any other information? Well, I don't know the height, but I do know this bottom part. The whole thing is 12, so half of this would be 6. And look at that. We can use our old friend, Pythagorean theorem, to figure out the height. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So x squared plus 6 squared equals 10 squared. You guys know the drill. This is the theorem you all know and love. Here we go. Square root. X equals 8. Remember, that is my height though, isn't it? So my problem's not actually solved. I still have to go volume equals big B times height, which is 8, I just found it, divided by 3 because this is in fact a pyramid. So now we got 384. Boom, there you go. You will see a problem similar to that. I'll zoom out a bit. If you want to pause it, you can. But you will see a problem similar to this on the quiz tomorrow. And it is a bonus. On G, one thing to be aware of is the diameter is 5. What's half of 5? 2.5. So the radius equals 2.5. Don't be confused just because it's a decimal. On the other side is some fun problems. Oh my. So now we've got some, wow. These are some volume shapes that are stacked on each other. Who made this thing? I did. Okay. So these are similar to our complex shapes we did from area. I'll do number 1 with you guys. It's kind of like a little, I don't know, observatory or something. And clearly you can see you got 2 shapes. You've got your rectangular prism or your box, and then you've got a hemisphere or a half sphere on top. So let's do the easy part first. Volume of the bottom part, big base, equals 7 times 7 times the height, which is 9. So my volume for my box, there's my cube box, equals big B times height, which is 9. And I go 49 times 9 and I get 441. That gives me the volume of my bottom shape. Now I need to find the volume of my top shape. And the top shape is a hemisphere, so I go 4/3 pi r cubed, and I have to remember to divide that by 2 because it's a hemisphere, yeah? Well, what's my radius? That's the only thing I need for a sphere or a hemisphere. It doesn't give it to me, but wait. Down here is 7, yeah? So up here is also 7, which means this diameter is also 7. And if the diameter is 7, cut it in half. That means the radius would be 3.5. So this guy becomes 4/3 times pi times 3.5 cubed, all divided by 2. Again, lots of stuff to calculate. So we can go 4/3 times pi times 3.5 cubed. Remember, use that little caret button, that guy right there, to get something into the cubes. Hit enter, and then what is that? Divide by 2. I'm getting, for my volume up here, 89.80, or just 89.8. There we go. And our final volume, so our hemisphere volume equals 89.8. Now I just add these two guys together for the total volume. And I get 530.80. Or just 0.8, I'm sorry, it's 530.8. Inches cubed, if we want that. Whoosh! So these guys are, sorry, you can't really see that very well. So again, we added those two areas together. We got them from, there's our one volume, there's our other volume, we added them together. And that's our total. On B, you can probably see what shapes you're working with, so I'll let you do that on your own. And on this guy here, let's see, you have, you can do that. So there you go. You will see those again on your quiz tomorrow. So do your best, and yeah, there you go. Feel free to work with a neighbor if you need to. And use your calculator. These are tricky.